I haven't seen my parents for over 6 years now, and today it's time to change that.
Hey, this is my diary, and this video is very personal for me. I don't really usually talk about things like this publicly because it's about the people closest to me, it's about my family, my life, but today I really wanna share. And it's about how hard it was, about something I wanted really much for a very long time. And this is about how the world changed everything, not just in the country but in us, in people. I've been living in Asia for like 4 years, and the last time I was in Ukraine before the war started, and it all began when I was 18. I moved to Poland. I lived in Europe for several, like for maybe it was like 6 years. Then I decided to keep moving and ended up in Asia. Honestly speaking, I traveled through Central Asia, Southeast Asia, and it's completely different world. Really, not better or worse than Europe, but just different. When my grandfather died, something broke inside me. He raised me, and the fact that I couldn't fly back to his funeral, that stayed with me. I really cannot forget it. I cannot forget it. I decided to do something. I understood that I do something wrong. So, I bought tickets for my mom, for my grandma, and I asked my friend to travel with them. They went to Poland first, then flew through Qatar to Vietnam. It was a tense time because the airspace around Qatar was closed. I really had a lot of doubts, but we actually made it. And when I saw them in Ho Chi Minh, three people in the distance, like my mom, my grandma, and my best friend Marina, I thought it was like I was gonna cry. There are no words for that feeling. And that moment, okay, I did everything right. Really, I did right thing. I bought them that flights. I'm super happy. So we spent a few days in Ho Chi Minh. We walked around, talked. I took them to different places. Actually, I'm not really big fan of the Ho Chi Minh city, but it didn't matter. What mattered was that we're really waking up calm, without fear and in their eyes. So I was pretty glad about that. So then we went to Dalat, 7 hours on the road. Like, it's my favorite city in Vietnam. So it's like hot in the morning, cold in the night, mountains, fog. So we rested there, and in the mountains they took so many photos everywhere. The viewpoints, the streets, the cafes. Looking at those photos now, you can just tell they really loved every second of it. And their faces say everything. I work a lot, so it was really good. We had Marina with us, so she kept them company while I was on my laptop. In April it had been 1 year since my grandfather passed, so we went to a church to light candles according to our culture. But honestly speaking, everything around was Catholic. Services were going everywhere, so we couldn't light a candle. So we went to a local temple instead. 2 days later, it was super simple. You go there, and you can write your wish, stick it on the wall, and ring the bell. It's kind of a new experience. My wish was to buy an apartment this year because my previous wish was them to come here, so had already come true. I'm happy about that. One day we stopped at cafe. We sat there drinking beer, eating, and I look at them and I couldn't believe we were actually together. Like when I was a kid and we went to the sea, we were spending time together. We were hanging around. Except now I'm the one responsible for everyone, and I'm super glad about it. Then we went to the coast. That's what I really wanted most for them. So just to rest. And the reality hit them a little because Vietnamese traffic is something else, crossing the road here is not like crossing the road back home. So cars come from everywhere, motorbikes don't stop, nobody follows rules. And my mom and grandma stood at the edge of the street and they didn't know what to do. And it was honestly a little funny, but also very real. This is just daily life here, and you get used to it. But if you are seeing it for the first time, it's really shocking. We made it to the beach. The water was warm, nothing like the Black Sea. So they swam, they got some sun, relaxed, they smiled. I think that they really love it. So that's how our first chapter began, together, finally.